In a very famous TED Talk, Sir Ken Robinson talks about schools killing creativity. And I think we as parents know this on a gut level. So let's talk about this and see what we can do about it. So, for those who might not know you, could you please introduce yourself? What do you do?
My name is Costa Konstantinidis. I'm a psychologist. I've been working in education for at least 20 years now. And I am the founder and facilitator of the Lighthouse Educational Institute, where we practice more progressive, some call it alternative educational philosophy, and that we soon hope to, very soon, to be formalizing that into a primary school and later a secondary school. The Lighthouse has been around for it'll be 10 years, exactly in January. At the Lighthouse, we try not to be married to one doctrine or too dogmatic. We like to have a flexibility. So in order to have that flexibility, we created 4 foundations. One is that we keep classes relatively small. So maximum size is approximately 12 students. Mm-hmm. The second is that we try to make the lessons as motivating and as interesting as possible. To do this, we spend a lot of time using hands-on or experiential learning. So learning by doing, we find, is much more effective than just the theory. And thirdly, we introduced and we built the model of philosophy that we have around the idea that students will learn at different speeds and in different subjects. So our approach is to have ability-based education instead of age-based. So a child who's really ahead of his or her peers in a certain lesson can level up for as long as needed or indefinitely. Or opposite, if they need more time, they can level down again. Part of the emphasis here is on confidence. We, as opposed to the traditional schools that emphasize achieving grades, and the grades becomes the alpha and the omega. For us, it's confidence and student satisfaction, that they enjoy their learning and they feel that they're capable of learning. And you don't need grades for this, surprisingly. And the fourth foundation for the Lighthouse is that the child's educational program is owned by a team of people, not by a ministry or a school principal or controlled by a preset curriculum. This team would include outside agencies, if necessary and where possible, but includes the children's teachers, the children's parents, school counselors, whoever can and needs to be involved with this, and of course, above all, the child. Mm-hmm. Needs to be an active member of the team and responsible for, as they get older, for creating their own or co-creating their own educational program so that they feel empowered. And this allows for the flexibility and for the respect for the child, him or herself. I think that one of the main differences is the students don't feel that they have to satisfy the teacher so much, okay? That they can do things their own way, that they can challenge the teacher. They can engage in more questions in the classroom about what they're learning and how they're learning. And even new students who join us from other traditional schools, very quickly they realize that, wow, this is, I didn't know you could tell a teacher you disagree and go down a completely different learning process. So that freedom, that empowerment, I think right away is huge. I mean, the students have often come to me requesting level changes of their own accord and saying, this lesson is too hard for me or too easy. Can I change in this particular subject for a trial period and see how it goes? And this is hugely satisfying to know that the children know that they have rights and that they will be taken seriously and they're not just going to be another brick in the wall. For us, the Lighthouse isn't just an educational process, it's a way of life. And for people who share that spirit, this is an open calling for us to unite and develop that. And on another thought I have that I think parents, people out there, wherever you are, would like to know is it's not an easy process. It is a huge challenge trying to put all this together, and at the same time in a not-for-profit model. We are not a business. We don't really run as a business, although we have to be financially viable. We have to find that balance between having the right kind of teachers and the right kind of salary at the same time to make this process affordable for the everyday parent, not just the elite. And this is where, we're always trying to find people who wish to support us in some way so that we can take it to the next level, to build our own facilities and have the children co-create those facilities and design it together with us, and make it manifest it in its most ambitious form yet. So anyone who's interested in joining us in this is more than welcome.
I can't speak for the Israeli psychology, but the Cypriot psychology is very much victim psychology, or slave mentality. We've been a colony since 2,000 years ago, maybe 2,500, and up until 1960, and we very much think like slaves.
Thank you.